blind, you gotta feel it out. When everybody turns their back, go check who's still about. I took dangerous steps while my Marge watched me. Grabbed the stick, needed some guidance, I'm glad my dog got me. Stepping in the shadows, not a flash of light. Hungry wolf pack, the loud howl determines appetite. The OG brought the brick, I tried to copy him. Sliding past Jake, he says these bags ain't got no shopping in. Patterned up a grow, but that's beyond the question. Was about to kill this little pussy, but the don got section. Fuck it. My brother Gills on the wheels cutting. Half a Zanny in a cup of lean, I don't feel nothing. No, my mind lost in the council state. This is London, so we're getting paid in like 1,000 ways.
Oh shit, that's it.
That's where it stops.
That's where it stops.
Say no
It
more.
can't stop like that. Is that where it stops on the thing?
That was just because you know what it is. That's not the full thing. That's like a little sample.
No, I'm used to hearing like the whole thing.
Because you got the whole joint. Do you know what? I send you the
Yeah, I need that on the intro.
Oh, say no more. I just cut
Welcome.
there,
Sorry for the abrupt, hard stop in the middle
listen,
of
the track knew it was Sunday roast, and the track said, "Listen, I
You're
ain't gonna
late
get in
enough."
too much." You know what I mean? This is more than what he's got pinned on his Twitter right here.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But next time we will be doing that. I'm getting that whole shit and I'm playing it. I don't care.
Yes.
I've got it. I will go renegade and just play it because the world is ready for Rivers music. And yeah.
Have mercy. Have mercy.
You're not showing much mercy. You're not showing much mercy. Evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Roast. I'm London Jen. All one word. 3 N's on my Jen. I don't like your neck movement.
Sorry, man. I just
3 N's. Have you ever seen me do that?
I don't know. I feel like you need to add more sass to the
3 N's on my
Or you could do this
Jen.
one.
Yeah. 3 N's on my motherfucking Jen. Yeah? Okay, there we go. Welcome.
How you doing, guys?
And who are you?
I'm like liberties. I'm a liberty in itself, in the flesh, taken by one man in his conquest against. I'm Rivers. Nice to meet you. How you doing? Let's not get too elaborate. We ran out of time. I got here late. You know, so we ain't even got time for all the extras today. All the extras. Plus, we got a serious conversation to have.
We do have a serious conversation to have. You've seen the thumbnail. And we've also got a guest who we're just keeping waiting while we just sit here and run joke for 3 minutes. The audacity. Let me sip my wiretap water. While we say welcome to Mr. Wiretap himself. Don't do that with your charger.
It's the plug. What's wrong with you? You got listen. If the plug joins your life, you gotta do it right, Jen. Like I don't know what this.
I'm not mashing up my plug though. I'm glad it's your plug, but yeah, I mashed up the intro there. Mr. Wiretap, Mr. Plug, founder of Premier Battle South. Trouble, how's it going?
Yo.
What's
happening? Love for the intro. Yeah, don't be mashing up your charger, but bro.
See the way you just swinging it around recklessly. I was like, oh my god, the wires. Don't let my son see that.
If no one can get hold of Rivers from tomorrow, we know why. His phone's dead. Can't charge it.
It was all to pay homage and respect, or homage. Let me say homage. It's sexier. It was all to pay homage to you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. You didn't know. Did you know? Did I tell you what we were going to be talking about?
Nah, you just sent me the link.
I just sent you the link and just said, yeah, this is what we're doing. What we're doing today is Battle of the Year. So far, there's been quite a few that are in contention. These were my this is where I was going with it. I want to see where you guys are going with it.
Not to be confused with Battler of the Year. Battle of the Year.
Yeah, if you didn't see your picture on that thumbnail, do not get offended.
Jump in the comments and tell us why your picture should have been in that thumbnail. You know what I'm saying?
This is it. But yeah, I think there's definitely enough battles to have a conversation. and there's a hell of a, there's a lot coming up before we finish the year as well. So there are other battles which have the potential on paper to make it in. There are battlers who, have been putting in so much work. They're coming up against each other. Like, there's a lot going on. So I just thought at this point, it would be dope to have the conversation. You had the conversation, was it last week or a couple of weeks ago? I don't do time. But you had the conversation recently about Battler of the Year. So yeah, I just thought,
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago now, I think. Which is interesting to see, where we was at this point. And it's dope. Yeah, that's a good chat as well. Like, what's the battle of the year so far? We've had some good ones this year, though. You've had some good ones this year.
It's definitely been one of those years, hasn't it?
I think I've seen on the timeline that we potentially have better quality of battles than the US this year so far.
Oh, this okay. Now,
I said potentially. Don't kill me, but
now I'm not gonna kill you. But what I will say is this year, let's say we have a more concentrated group of battlers. Yeah, I think from our concentrated group, if they have an equivalent concentrated group, and we're doing it percentage-wise, our percentage of quality in comparison with the amount of people in this concentrated group may possibly be a bit higher. But just by the law of averages, I feel like until we have enough people in the game, we can't compete in terms of.
Yeah, but
we could have.
we can
have one fire battle or one classic. But imagine like we can have a Bizzo and a Tony, but the possibilities they have for them classics are much higher, if you get what I'm trying to say. So it's almost like it ain't even fair for us to even.
But at the same time, no, I'm not. I mean, with that, I would say we're not supposed to have a better battle quality than them because they've got more variety and more range.
Facts.
And the scene is a lot bigger. They've got bigger brands, etc.
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to. No. Now, have I seen a better battle than Tony and Bizzo from over there this year? I don't think so. I'm trying. I don't think so far. So I can then say quality wise, I don't think I've enjoyed the battle, just personal opinion, a battle more than Tony and Bizzo. Maybe because I was live, played a part in it. But I don't think I've enjoyed a back and forth. And I think that's close ones. Like I was even thinking Prep and Dre Dennis. I really enjoyed that battle.
Oh,
it was a one rounder. It was a one rounder. So then it's like, if that was 3 rounds, it could have potentially been that battle was close. It's close to that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, like I think was it last year? I thought Daylight and Tay Rock had a great one. That raised the bar. And I don't think I've heard one that raised the bar from them since Daylight and Tay Rock.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Surf had a great run, which was dope, but was that this year? I don't think was back and forth wise. That was just more Surf smoking shit.
I can't think. Vixen and Hustle, crazy battle. Geechee must have had a great back and forth this year. I'm kind of inclined to agree with Rivers that proportionally, yeah, perhaps. Because when you think of the percentage of, say, 10 out of 10 battles or 9 out of 10, the percentage of high quality battles out of battles total, I think, even if you only count, say, the top sort of 5-6 leagues over there, I think our ratio is probably stronger than theirs. I think
And
There's
that's how I was going by more ratio wise, because
Yeah.
obviously they have a
I definitely
wider
agree on
range.
that.
yeah.
But I'm very careful when I see people online, because I'm very aware that a lot of these people don't even watch battling from other places to be even saying that our shit's better.
Yeah, this is true.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm okay with being proven wrong. I just I was generally thinking, have I actually seen a better back and forth than Tony and Bizzo this year? And I was trying, and I went through the URL flyers and to remind myself, and I couldn't find it. I actually generally couldn't find any, unless I've missed something. Back and forth wise, Prep and Dre Dennis was the closest to
I think the last back and forth that I really enjoyed over there was probably like Chess and
Easy and
Easy the Block.
Chess. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I don't think that was the last one that I really enjoyed, but that
Was
stands
Levels.
out.
definitely a top
Like
level one, innit?
Yeah, raise the bar a little.
Definitely did.
So,
Chess and Swamp and JC was a great back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Even Nun and Sheed. I'm thinking tournament battles. Nun and Sheed was a great back and forth.
Yeah, I've had none. They gave it to She, but I had none. I'm sure.
I
Or
heard
was
a lot of people
They gave
saying
it to Nun.
They gave it to none.
No, they gave it to Sheed. Sorry, they gave it to Sheed.
Yeah, they
a
gave
lot
it
of
to
people
Sheed,
had
then.
Nun.
Yeah.
I had Sheed in the first one, Nun in that battle, in that one.
But do you see how many back and forth you can pull up from over there? We can only obviously we've got this whole show is about the battle of the year, so we'll get into it. And there's other battles that was quite competitive as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's talk. So these are, I think, the 6 for me right now that I've seen as talked about as being potential battle of the year. There's another one, I guess, actually that early on was being talked about as battle of the year, but then it came out and kind of didn't generate as much love, but we'll talk about that. So Shotty versus Tally, Rivers, I'm looking at Tony and saying Rivers, Tony versus Bizzo, Rivers versus Bobby Rex, Koj versus Visual, Raptor, Mackenzie, and Shuffle T versus Georgie Roots. Those last 2, I think, just came out today. Today and yesterday, was it? When did Raptor Mackenzie come out? Was that yesterday?
Today.
Was that today?
Monday. Yeah.
Okay. God, it just seems so long ago. So for me, I think those are the ones in the running. Salute Charlie Zoo, much love to you. Dub T, what's good? How you doing, Dub? Saying Bizzo versus Tony in terms of pure back and forth is the battle of the year. For me, that is my definite front runner. I haven't seen one that is more of a tennis match, is both guys going so hard at such a top level, giving us variety, giving us a bit of everything, and an exciting one. For me, coming close second, in fact, I'll leave my we've got a guest, so let me and in fact we don't have to rank them. I don't think we need to rank anything, but what do you think in terms of, say, like a top 4 or 5? What are you thinking right now?
It's hard, man.
Are there any I've missed out? Sorry, I'm just asking questions.
Frankie Homeschool probably was very good as well, I think.
Are we counting that as, because it's
happened on UK soil?
Yeah, it's a UK battle for real. Yeah, that's true.
UK
okay,
soil.
yeah.
Frankie Homeschool was one for the writers. I think was really good.
Definite great back and forth for sure.
I've got Tony and Bizzo leading it, to be fair. I think back and forth wise, I think Rivers and Bobby is really good back and forth wise as well. I kind of want to watch it a bit more because I'm not done watching. Like some battles, I watch. Okay, I need a break from you now, and then I move on. I'm not done with Rivers and Bobby yet. I'm still watching it, which means I'm still getting excited for it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, some battles get even better the more you watch them.
One time, find more time. You know?
There you go. There you go. Yeah, man.
Charlie
I definitely wouldn't put Scoop and Crash.
Yeah, Charlie Zoot says I'd put Scoop and Crash, Yunan versus Whispers, and Frankie versus Homeschool in the conversation too, but nothing beats Tony versus Bizzo yet. Now, I did say there were a couple of others that maybe were talked about. I haven't seen Crash and Scoop being talked about. I have seen Yunan versus Whispers.
Yeah.
And I think that has more validity, but the thing about a battle of the year contender is it's got to be a great back and forth. You've got to have, it's got to be, or in my mind, it's got to be a competitive battle. You've got to have both guys coming and bringing their A game, and they're, doesn't have to necessarily be debatable, but you don't want it's very hard for a battle with a very clear winner to be battle of the year.
But then Dub T's point is like Shorty Tally. I feel like Shorty was a clear winner. So if we go in by that,
could say that, but I think that one I've put on there
because
you
need to mention
that,
Shorty.
But yeah, it's Shorty's comeback. It's the rebuild card. It's like, so it kind of has a bit more impact.
I think
than
with
the
that
others.
battle, sorry to even cut you down. With that battle, there's narratives behind it on both sides that make it more of a storyline,
and it's a bit like and adds impact. So I'm not.
That's what it's about as well. But the battle that's caused an impact in the scene and level the scene up a little. And you're right. I think Shorty and Tally definitely did that.
So I do think it has differences to, Yunan Whispers and Crash Scoop for sure. But I one of my favorites on here is I just watched this again, I think yesterday. Koj Visual.
Fire battle.
In terms of a back and forth, like crazy. And I didn't expect to. I think most of the others I kind of had high expectations of them going in, but with this one, for some reason my expectations weren't that high. I didn't think it was going to be as much of a tennis match as
I thought it would because of how important that battle was. I felt like a lot of people slept on how important that battle was. I feel like Koj was coming from dropping the ball, and he had the announcement of the Real Deal, and a few people was questioning whether if he deserved Real Deal or not, which meant now he has to show up against
got something to prove.
Visual coming from beating Georgie Roots, but his performance wasn't very, very exciting. As his Frankie performance. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he had to show as well that he can hang with the big boys, because he had also announced Def the Kid and Pathogenic after. So you also need to show that you deserve those places.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you don't want to go into those battles, Pathogenic and Def the Kid, and people are already, you just got bodied by Koj. And also, both of them are looking to be talked about in the top 10 battle of the year thing. So that was another reason why. And also Visual wants the run at a shot at the title. So you need to show us what you can do with that. Someone who was just a contender, to see if he
Plus,
can.
he's trying to separate himself from his class. Like he's trying
to be that. I thought that was a lot. That was a lot. Like Koj
on the
face of Koj said that he really needed to win. he understood that he couldn't lose to Visual. Visual also said that he couldn't lose to Koj, and I understood where they were both coming from. And that I'm the one who actually told them, do you know what? I like that approach, but it's not that you can't lose, it's how you lose. And I think even though the decision went to Koj, I don't think Visual stock actually went down.
No,
from
it
that
stops
point.
up from there,
At
bro.
all, yeah, his stock
Because
definitely rose.
It was like this much between them, realistically, for me.
How you
judging
lose.
wise. I feel like if there's no judgment, we're looking at a classic. We're saying, right, you man had a classic, basically. And to me, I still feel like that. I still feel like it could have swung in Visual's favor anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it was really close. It was really close. Shout out BD, Balls Deep, Chicago in the building.
Let's go.
With the Duce and Gelato on deck.
Let's go.
Balls Deep, as always, says smash that like button. What did you miss? We are doing, we're talking UK and Ireland Battler of the Year. Salute to Rivers. Battle of the Year. My bad. Battle of the Year. Salute to Rivers. To Dub says, I think a Battle of the Year, both battlers have to turn up at the same level, and Tally wasn't close respectively to Shotty's level in that battle. The thing about Shotty as well is how many people
are gonna be
can get that's the thing. It was his comeback, it's at home, you know.
It's one of the best in the world,
it's
period.
On era versus it's on rivalry card, like this is it, you know. And I think Tally had some great shit in there. He had a great, was it the third round where, you know, he kind of broke down some shit. Great.
I feel like Tally did well, man. I feel like Tally did well.
You gotta understand, like, what Tally Brang would have been hard for like your average battler to get past. It's just that he was standing in front of Shotty that day.
Is it.
That's really what it looked like he weren't doing a lot, but in another situation against another opponent, you'll see him Tally deconstructing something.
That's it.
But and I feel like, and Rivers, this is more for you. I feel like Tally has learned something from that. From that battle. Has learned a few things from that battle. So
100%.
I'm looking to see what he's added to his arsenal, because there's a few things. Tally's cold, and I think when I look at Tally, I think sometimes Tally has a power that he can utilize his power really well, but sometimes I don't think he does. So I don't 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if he's fully 100% aware of the power he has and how to utilize it. And I think once he figures that out, he's going to be really, 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 really hard to beat, because his aura, he's got the presence, he's got the bars, he's got power in his attribute that I think once he locks that in, it's long for everyone. Still, so.
Charlie Zoo is saying Frankie versus Scoop and Rivers and Tally has potential to be up there for Battle of the Year. Rivers is already up there in contention with one of them. Rivers versus Bobby Red. We got 2 plug battles on there. Go on, Chubbs.
Plug 1 and plug 1.5, yeah.
That's it, right?
No, he's got Koj and Visual. That's free.
Shit, yeah, for real.
Don't take his
word
away from
him. For real, nice, because I'm just looking at the graphic here. I'm thinking on the basic level. And so you could have a possible other one in there as well, Rivers. But Rivers versus Bobby. It's yet to come out, as is Koj Visual. They are on the Premier Battles Patreon. Go and watch them. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. What we're talking back and forth. We're talking energy. We're talking electrifying. We're talking, tennis match, variety, everything you could want in a battle. This is one of those, man. This is definitely one of those. Bro. You've got Bobby Rex on super top form. You've got Rivers in London at home, killing it, adding a few different things to his arsenal as well, being, dope battle. Do you think you're up there for running in contention?
I'd say it was quality on both sides for me, material wise, performance wise. It was definitely a quality one, but I don't think it's gonna be my best performance this year, innit? I feel like it was just jumping on the bike. You know what I'm saying? You're not up to your top speed yet,
Mm.
but you know, you're still racing, you're still doing your thing, but you ain't got into your groove yet because you had some time off. You know what I'm saying? So
you've got Tally coming up. You mentioned a calamitous battle last week.
Yeah, there's a calamitous one coming up, you know. So
look at me just making a mess, man.
I think you'll more see me getting into the creative swing of things as the months go on towards the end of the year, innit? Really and truly.
Salute to Gas Buff. Just
great performance yesterday.
In iBattle yesterday, flew the flag.
Salute
over there. So congratulations to you for that opportunity and for going and showing out, making an impression over there.
I saw CJA live today talking about, he said he obviously was in the building and he was hosting the battle. He said he gave the battle to Gas Buff as well, which is dope.
So
nice.
Shout out Young Christmas.
Fucks with it.
Yeah. Viz versus Death is going to be incredible. That's going down, is that October in Ireland?
Acquisition.
Yeah, Viz versus Death the Kid. I think Death the Kid just got signed with RBE, signed his contract yesterday. He's like one of the Brits over there. Yeah. Dope. I think that just happened yesterday. So shout out to him. That's definitely
salute to Death.
Going to be in contention. Shout out Real Halo Shrooms. Go and check out Real Halo Shrooms. Just dropped a track. Really dope. It's not necessarily my thing. It's like really synthy, is it? But some dope rapping in there.
Synth. What do you mean? Like,
is it synth like the
electric kind of?
Yeah, like
okay.
It's really interesting. Go and check that out. Yeah, it's on Real Halo Streams social media on Twitter. If anything, tell people where to find that. Gasbar says, I've heard what Oppa has for Raptor so far. Those two are going to be in Battle of the Year talk. Battle of the Year talk for sure.
I can imagine it, man. They just both of their styles complement each other. Both of their styles in a battle, you just screams great battle. Do you know what I'm saying? Both consistent, both got good penmanship, performance, aggressive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Oppa's definitely making a name for himself over there.
Just won the title yesterday.
Performances,
Just won the iBattle title yesterday. So he's the new iBattle champ.
He's doing bit, and to have done that in the short space of time that he's done. Dub says, is that the impression guy? Obviously not just the impression guy, but he does good impressions. Yes, he absolutely does amazing impressions. He's done the impersonation battles. And he also, for VS this year...
Who's some of the people that he's done impressions of?
Daylight is the one that stands out to me, but I can't think of all the others that he's done. But he's done an amazing Daylight, I think. But he did our... for VS this year, rather than try and get everybody to do their acceptance speeches, we got Oppa to do them for us, to impersonate like the acceptance speeches. He was amazing, amazing. He's really talented. But as a battler, huge impact. So I cannot wait to see him versus Oppa. It was scheduled for Apex. We're going to talk about that in a little while. Gas Buff says, yeah, he's the iBattle champion. Salute to Oppa. No problemo, Hado. Let's see how he does a Manny accent. Do you know what? I bet he'll be able to do it hilariously.
Trust me.
He's a great impressionist. He really is. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And another one that's up here, seen people talk about Raptor versus Mackenzie. Have you seen this one?
I haven't seen it.
It just came out today. Went down on the what was that card? What was the was it Undisclosed Scotland? What was the card that came out on? What was that card? Someone tell me.
The Braveheart card.
The Braveheart card. I don't know what that card was called, but yeah, that one just came out. The Premier Battle Scotland card. What was that card called, Trouble?
The Scotland card.
The Scotland
The
card.
Braveheart baddie. I ain't grooving.
Undisclosed 6.
Okay, undisclosed
Don't
6. I
get
thought it
killed.
was undisclosed.
Don't get
Undisclosed
killed
6.
one.
That's so corny.
Undisclosed. I said
Don't
Scotland
get-
card because he was based in Scotland.
Yeah. Undisclosed. Okay. Yes, because Raptor said something like, you got me here battling on undisclosed. So it's definitely undisclosed. What do you think of that?
I really like that battle, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with that battle still. I liked I like Mackenzie, but I think we didn't get enough Raptor and enough Mackenzie this year so far, if I'm being honest. That's what that battle made me feel. To a point where soon as we was looking for someone to battle Apex when he was coming over, I suggested Mackenzie, to be fair. I said Mackenzie straight away. I said we need to get Mackenzie more active.
Yeah.
Raptor was dope as usual. Out there in the middle of Scotland telling everyone that you need to remove this country from the from the grid. Like, you get me?
Bro, I seen him go to Ireland and do the same thing. Literally,
Yeah,
same way. Like, he just literally told them, listen, there was a vote today and it was about abortion and it's like, fucking hell, bro, you can't do this.
Yeah, you lot need to remove this country from Britain, bruv. You lot want independence so much. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, ScoMo in the background going, independent Scotland. But Mackenzie, didn't he also say he voted for independence?
He said he agrees. Yeah. That was his rebuttal. I agree.
Yeah. I didn't love that battle as much as everybody else seemed to. Like, for me, why has my son turned up his music again? Like, no one wants to hear little drill rap. Like,
I can't really hear it though, to be fair.
Rapper, like,
salute to little drill rappy rapper.
Rappy Wapper. It's Rappy Wapper.
Oh, wow. Salute to her.
No, it's a he. He's just got a high pitched voice because he's 14.
Oh.
I can't switch it off. Let me key back into what I was saying. For me, there were bits that I really liked from both of them. Like I said, I liked the way Raptor came in and kind of, rather than doing the I'm going to ingratiate myself with the local audience. Nah, it's like, fuck you, I'm here. And if you don't like it, then, fuck you. And it works for him. I liked Mackenzie coming out and kind of owning his shit from the Rivers battle. Like he came out and he said, what was I thinking type thing, Now he addressed that. I just thought that was a great thing for him to do. He addressed that. He had some nice stuff in there, but for me, like, neither of them were at their best in this. Like, I don't know if it's because my expectations were set too high. Maybe I need to watch it in a different mood. I don't know, but I was just like, okay, when does it get to the bit that, like, when is it gonna hit me the way it seems to be hitting everybody else? Like, for me, I love both of them. I've seen great battles from both of them. But it didn't do it for me. It really did.
It worked. That battle was good for me still. I fucked heavy with that battle still. I watched it twice when it came out on the Patreon. I haven't watched it again. No, I've watched it a couple of days ago. The second time. Yeah, man, I like that battle still. I think Mackenzie was dope. Only thing, Mackenzie needs to slow it down a little bit because sometimes I struggle to understand him. When he does the fast rap double time thing.
Mackenzie needs unlimited rounds. That's what it is. You give Mackenzie a time limit, he doesn't think, I can't use all that. He thinks, I'll put it all in at the same time.
I'm just gonna have to catch up. I don't care. Like, but like it loses. I think for me, and he gets into some really nice pockets and shit, and it sounds great, but it's like, slow it down a little bit so that you can have more intensity with it, so it can kind of hit a little harder. Like when you don't have a chance to kind of emphasize shit or sell shit really. But yeah, I think it was a good battle. I just kind of, I don't know, I was a little underwhelmed by it. But it was yeah, it was, I know it's one that the culture really really, you know, they're far more on Trubs's opinion with this one, so it has to be up there in the conversation. Just came out today as well, Shuffle T versus Georgie Roots. I think, were we all in the building for that one?
Yeah, I was in the building.
Yeah.
I just remember feeling like, how do you choose?
Yeah, I found it hard to call as well.
How do you
I
choose?
haven't watched it back. Yeah, to be
I haven't
fair.
seen it back either. But
Yeah.
on the day, I just remember having that feeling where it's like 2 rounds was clear for me, and then there was a round that wasn't, and it was like, how do you choose?
Yeah.
I think on the day I had second round clear for Shuffle. I think, was it third round clear for Georgie, and the first was debatable, I think.
There you go.
I watched it a little bit today, but I couldn't focus on it. I was doing other things at the time. So I don't have a more definitive answer. I think I edged it to Georgie on the day, but with the knowledge of I can't call this on one watch. Shuffle has a way of just making things look so easy. Like he's so lyrical, like he makes things so easy to listen to and so palatable, so digestible that you can almost forget how difficult it is for him to do that. Like
I think Shuffle T can take the obvious thing and go left. Like, it's a bit mad how he does it. So like he took that, everyone knew he was gonna mention the boxing thing.
That was brilliant the way he did
but
that.
What he did is use the boxing thing to open up a new angle about something else.
Yeah.
And the thing about that, so he used the boxing thing and he was basically saying, like, Georgie's such a shit fighter, he needs to carry a knife. Like, he's the one person who really should be allowed to carry a knife because he really can't fight. And like, it's a bizarre, like it's a what's the word, nonsensical kind of, but he really sold it. He made it really funny. It was hilarious.
He just keeps working it and working it and working it until it makes sense.
Like, he had a wrote a couple notes, like, and then like Georgie opened up with, I've got a knife, I've got a big knife. Like, that's literally how he finished. Like, so
that's how he started.
How he started. Seconds. Yeah, he picks up his knife where Shuffle left off. But yeah, it was such a brilliant
and
angle.
even like the whispers mention as well.
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect for the occasion and where he was and whatnot.
That's it.
Yeah. No, that was a great battle though.
Yeah, that was a good back and forth in it. Like, very. I think when people talk about the Tally and Shotty thing, I think because Tally never had too much of the entertainment factor.
Yeah,
there wasn't as much moments.
And it came down to the time. I think if Tally had more time, you'd have probably, you know, because obviously he supposedly had you 3 weeks before. Do you know what I'm saying? And Shotty's not someone who you prep in 2-3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So
100, but he's known he's battling Shotty when it was announced, which wasn't 3 weeks before. That was all the previous year. So me personally, it's the minute I stand face in front of somebody, I'm getting my shit ready, innit? So I feel like he did have enough time. I just think his approach was more based on all the stuff that was going on rather than just locking in and remembering, like, right, this is Shotty here. Because a lot of his material was based on, right, this was said, and rare, and then in the inbox, it was a lot of kind of that type of stuff in it. So
on the
I feel like he should have used that to create a character And yeah, anyway, I don't want to say too much, but you know, there was different ways he could have approached
I'm like,
it.
I was about to say, you're battling man now. Like,
Is it November 20?
26.
26.
Yeah,
Wells says, salute Wells. I thought Shuffle clearly won round 3. See, this is the thing about this battle that I love so much. It's such a style clash, and I think you can argue most rounds. I don't think the second round at all is arguable. For me, that round is pretty
that
clear.
might be the clearest round of the battle. Yeah.
It's a masterclass from Shuffle.
yeah, I think Shuffle definitely has the clearest round of the battle.
Yeah,
to be fair.
yeah, I think that's the clearest. But the third for me, I liked Georgie's. So, like, as I'd written, it doesn't sound like rap. Like, it's sometimes I'm listening to Shuffle and he sounds amazing and it's great and I love it and he's a great battle rapper. But sometimes it just doesn't sound like what I'm used. Like, not to say I have to. It just doesn't sound like rap. And then in the third, after I've written that down, you've got Georgie basically saying that, deconstructing that, talking about his album, talking about, you know, and I really liked kind of that take on it. It hit me there. Like I say, it's still one that I'm not calling. But I think Georgie might have got that. He kind of gave it some real talk in that that shit always hits home with me.
I was kind of leaning more towards my boy Georgie still.
Yeah,
bias,
but yeah, it definitely needs to be
it's tight ones.
Yeah, for sure. I may well go the other way. It's a tight one.
It'll make any better.
So yeah, gotta be replayed over and over. That one, well worth it for sure. But it just kind of speaks to the standard that in August, with so many big battles to go, there are still so many that possibly are up there. I thought Nate versus Templar was a better battle on the day. That was a great battle. Shit, that really was. That hasn't come out yet, has it?
No.
This is the first battle from the event, I think.
Didn't Clash and Bows come out?
No, don't think so.
Everything else was. I just watched that on live. Oh no,
everything was on pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay. So there's still to come out. Okay.
This is the first battle to come out, which is smart to come out with Shuffle and Georgie generates interest, right?
Yeah. That really was a great back and forth, Nate and Surfer. Really entertaining battle. I can't remember. Would I put it up there? Definitely, I think it could be in the conversation, but I've got to rewatch it in terms of, yeah, it was great to see Nate come over. I had no expectations of him. Right, I had low expectations, let's say that. I really hadn't heard of him before, hadn't seen much that had kind of impressed me. So, yeah, definitely real entertaining. None of the rounds are clean cut for anybody. First round isn't mad memorable. I think the first round, I like the first round that they have the white war in the first round. Like, who is the whitest? You've got Georgie taking his hat off, doing the, you know, pink shaven hair moment. That was definitely memorable. That was a real moment for sure. And I think in the building, that first round really kind of set the tone. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I think it is. Okay, lots of debate about this one for sure.
That's what you want from a battle.
Yeah, you want to be able to generate that interest, that back and forth. You want your fans to be able to, you know, debate and pick apart why you won and why the other guy didn't. So yeah, salute to them for doing that. If you haven't seen it, no problem. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to drop you down. If you haven't seen it, not kick from studio. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go and check that one out. It came out today on the No Loose Chat YouTube channel. I'll try and if I get time tomorrow, drop links in the chat for all of these battles. But yeah, definitely go and check that one out. Same Mackenzie and Raptor just come out today. So check that one out as well. Visual and Kojo, that hasn't come out yet, has it?
No.
Okay,
No,
that one's still, yeah.
on Patreon.
So there's only I think there's only, there's 4 on the list that are out.
No, I think all of
3
them
are out.
all of them are out.
1,
oh no,
2.
you and Bobby aren't out.
Nah.
Yeah, so 4.
And Kojo Visual are not out either. So
4 of the 2, yeah.
2 left to come.
4 of the 2 aren't out yet. Definitely when Bobby and Rivers comes out, you know. And like I say, don't wait, you know. Join the Patreon, yeah. It's really
you might be on the timeline, and you might see some fans of people, you know, just out here just telling you what the result is and all of that. Make your own mind up, man. Go watch it and see what you think. You understand?
Be able to join these conversations earlier than, you get me? Yeah, man.
Exactly. But we've also had I think we've let me know, have I missed out any battles? Is there anything that that is in the running that I haven't spoken about? Let me know in the comments.
I've been sitting there trying to think, and I was thinking Messi and Monk had potential to be in this conversation until the second round. And then Black Tea and Monk until the second round.
Black Tea and Monk or Black Tea and
Black
Messi?
Tea and Messi, sorry.
Yeah, them second rounds are killing Messi for sure. But
I'll throw Frankie and Homeschool in there though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a shout. I wouldn't put Messi up there at all for either of those battles, unfortunately or fortunately. But yeah, let us know if we've missed anything out. And we got some announcements this week, and we could have some contenders in this lineup for sure. We have the Apex card. So Premier Battles came out and announced that the 3-day Apex card is being cut down to 2. They did this for financial reasons. Basically, they weren't selling enough tickets for day 2, and so they decided to scale back. I think that's a great idea. Nip it in the bud, make the changes. You know, if you can save yourself from a huge loss and still put on a great event with other battles, you know, still happening down the line, then, you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for the transparency with the supporters as well. Come, you know, tell people, you know, give people chance as soon as you know what you're going to do to change your plans. So yeah, we've got a new card. The Friday card now looks like this. We've got Kick Nelly versus Bard, Kingsley Thunder versus Maddo. Those are the Academy semi-finals. And Caveman versus Cooper, Reverse versus Savant. And that is going down on the Friday. Tickets available, premierbattles.club. Definitely go and get them. You can get 1 day or the 2-day weekend pass.
New website as well, so enjoy the experience as well, and ordering the tickets on the new website.
Well, we're gonna take a look at the new website as well in a second. But Bizzo Bond versus Thesaurus. So this is day two. So yes, Tech versus Trubs, our own Trubs, guest of the show, friend of the show, on the Apex card as well. Celesta versus Frost, Visual versus Pathogenic, Bison Briggs versus O'Shea, Ark versus Moat, Bobby Rex versus Fate, Kojo versus Raptor. Scary there. Bizzo Bond versus Thesaurus.
It's an A battle card, so the event's starting on time, as Briggs said. So you lot come to the building early.
Get
for this
there
one.
early.
What time
you
it
will
start?
be missing
12.
some fire. 12:30.
12:30, I think.
12:30. Make sure you are there on time.
I'm gonna have to get my ticket tomorrow.
Yeah,
my
definitely. I've got my ticket already.
Do you know what it is? You see, because it's not a weekend thing now, I don't have to do the hotel thing. I can just come, watch the event, and then go back.
That's it.
So yeah,
that's it. So definitely get your ticket for that. PremiumBattles.club. Some huge potential here for Battle of the Year. To be honest, the way that, I mean, there are very few battles here that on paper don't have potential to be at least in the conversation for Battler of the Year. When you look at the form of everyone on here or the kind of quality that they bring,
I can see a lot of potential. Like Tech versus Trubs has potential.
Huge potential.
Celesta versus Frost has potential.
Right.
We already see the back and forth.
That's
Visual, Pathogenic. Visual, again, he's on a mission right now. So, and
Pathogenic's first battle since the accident.
Briggs and O'Shea has got a lot of history behind it.
Yeah.
We're not going to know until that battle pops off how important this battle actually is. Ark and Moke. Obviously, Moke is gunning for that spot. Like, he's gunning.
Yeah.
He doesn't, there's no jokes about it. He will tell you himself, I need that position.
O'Shea's return and Ark's return as well. So
yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
And Ark was talking crazy on the face off, talking like, yo, like, Moke, I'm just better than you, bro. Like, he's talking crazy. So Moke,
we're gonna have to see that, bro. Things have changed, Ark. Yeah, you can have some fans in there and that, but watch your mouth, bro. You understand?
So Ark was talking crazy. Ark was like, yo, how old are you, bro? 28? By 28, about Ilmac.
Yeah.
He was
I hear you, bro. But if we was around, we would have smoked Ilmac. You understand? That's the difference.
ABK. All right, ABK president's going off,
bro.
boy.
No, but you know
what? Your boy fight his battles, bro.
Nah. Donny's got ARK as his name. He's one letter away from being verified around here, and he fucked it up. Fuck out of it, bro.
Well, you fucked it up too when you went against Smoke, bro. Well, go on, bro. What happened there?
Yeah, I had to, bro. Come on, man.
So Ark has to,
He's been a different battler ever since. Like, Mike needed that kind of.
That wasn't even killing. That was training.
Yeah. Just in the
I'm looking forward for that one, though, still. I'm looking forward for that one, still.
Yeah, no, on the big man thing, Ark is, whoever likes it or not, he's a legend in this thing, innit? Like, he's 100%. Been here through all the times. It's another era, and he's stepping back in it. And Ark's not a man that's going to step back and say, all right, give me an up-and-comer that is just, you know what I'm saying? He's going to want the best of who they think has got the most potential at the time. I've seen Ark kick back and watch Moke battle Quill and probably think to yourself, I know what Quill did wrong. I know what I'll do if I battled him. So he hasn't picked Moke for no reason. You understand? He probably feels like he can handle Moke, but that's what everybody thinks until after that third round. You know what I'm saying? And Moke's like hugging his baby mom and going back home to a beautiful life.
Yeah,
and you're sitting there thinking,
family.
Yeah, you're sitting there thinking, all right, do you know what?
because Daddy Moke is different.
It's a different Moke, bro.
Like,
this is the first time. This is gonna be the first time Moke's gonna battle
as a father.
And trust me, that is, I don't know what setup he's got, but that changes a man a little bit still.
We saw that. Well, yeah, I said Daddy Moke, but it's Moke Daddy. Like, we saw how he came. He weren't even battling. Look, he weren't battling, but he had bars for Frost. Like, they announced the battle.
Uncle.
Nah, but that was Magnums though. That was Magnums talking. I want to see how he battles on the day.
Moke has been on the Magnums before because he's an alcoholic. But it's not like to say that Moke hasn't had a drink at an event before.
I ain't seen Moke drunk before. Still, I can't lie, but yeah,
I don't think he was drunk. That was, I don't know, man. I feel like
just
Moke
a little
was
saucy,
on some different sort of energy. Like, he was going, toe to toe with Kojak. Like, he had smoke for everybody.
Listen, I've seen
that
some
day.
Things,
like, he called me out. Like,
I've seen some things in Moke that makes me know he's hungry. He wants to do this more than ever. He's on it. You see, when you have that, and you know this, Charles, when you've got that feeling where it's not like, let me try and get my feet wet, where it's like, I want to do this, and I'm all thinking about who's next. Like, you got a battle here, you're trying to line up the next one and the next one because you want to go through.
2016, I probably had bars for everyone still. I can't
see what I'm saying, bro? You just home. I had files. before I battled Skeptical, I already had shit written for him before they even said it. They only gave me that battle because they saw me go through the file and said, "What? Skeptical?" I said, "Yeah, bro, everyone in the league, innit?" They lined it up straight away. So I'm saying Mock is on that kind of time. He's always writing. He's always switched on. He's always ready. I wouldn't take him as a joke. I would definitely come in showing him a little bit of respect for his position. Check the promo between me and Mock and see how I was talking about him. Just check it. I kept it real. I said, this guy is a champion for his era. Real talk. And I still believe that to today. Like, I wasn't capping that. So I think, yeah, Ark, you're promoing and all of that, but please don't go in there thinking like that because it could get dark in there for you still.
No, I think for Ark is not just about Milk. I think he also, people are looking forward to see how he does. So
yeah, facts.
It's not just about Milk.
And Ark is a person that people want to do well in it. He's got that kind of thing about him.
Yeah.
So it's nostalgia when you see Ark. You start thinking about when this shit started. And that's a power that no one can really take away from him.
He said he's battled in every era of camera battle rap.
Damn,
Exactly.
That's
It's a fact.
fire. That's fire. It'll be interesting to see what he, you know, how he does on his comeback. It'll be. I can't wait to see. Like, this will be my first in the flesh Ark battle. So yeah, it'll be.
Listen, one time, on the train home from Manchester, I can't remember who was there. I think it was me, Straps, Bagnall, Ark, and Quill. And no word of a lie, we freestyled all the way from Manchester, all the way back to London, using names of the tube stations and all of this type of shit. It got to.
Where was the camera?
There weren't no plug in the train or whatever it was in it, but from them times there, like man said, right, these man are really.
I think I was in Manny that trip as well. Was it when Hulk battled Matter and you battled
Joker Star?
Okay, it was a Joker. Okay,
I think I battled Joker Star.
That sounds fire.
But yeah, it was one of them moments where I had never really, chilled around. I see my name out there for sure, but I never really chilled. And we're just walking through the train and we bumped into, what are you doing on the train? I think Venom was all on the train on some hero shit. Man, just all turned up. Bro, are you not here? Yeah, man. And then we ended up, and I said, "Oh, okay, cool." And like when I see how man's mind works, how they put shit together, I said, "Say no more." Like he has got something there still. Like he's a rapper still, but he's not ABK, so
it's ARK.
Yeah, he's ARK. So technically, I can't really give him too much props.
Well,
respect that out.
One to look forward to for sure. And to finish up that card, we've got Bizzo Bond versus Thesaurus as the headline. The legend.
Did we talk about Kojay Raptor?
We haven't talked about
I'm gonna.
Raptor.
That's because I'm coming.
Okay.
I've got a whole. Listen, right? I know what I'm doing, you fellas. Don't come on here, mansplaining and shit. Both of you. I did jump.
Basically, what happens is when you read the list, babe, sweetheart. When you read the list,
I've got a whole thing ready, yeah. So I don't need to read the list. I've done this, yeah. Okay. I skipped for a reason. That's a fresh new battle.
I was just playing.
It's separate, okay.
I was
a bitch knows what she's doing around here.
I was just playing.
So as I was saying,
Bobby Fakes and them guys there.
Thesaurus.
Yes.
Yeah. Fire.
Yeah, Bizzo versus Thesaurus. Obviously Bizzo.
It's a great test for Bizzo. Thesaurus is a god at this shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And when I say this to certain people that are like predominantly URL fans, they're like, "What? What are you talking about, bro?" It's like they don't understand the speciality of technicality that this man has. Do you understand? Like this guy is gonna stand in front of you and pattern up a scheme with an intricate flow where he's rebutting your shit. Like we're not talking about normal stuff here.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is what Bizzo Bond is up against. And that's just that what he can do.
It's just the intangibles.
That's just that. Yeah. We're not talking about all the other stuff. We don't even have to get into that. Like he's been doing this. As much as we could talk about Arcade, this guy's from the same cloth. But this is like someone who was fire then. He was sick then. And you know, back then
on the biggest of platforms,
he didn't have no fucking bars. I'm not talking about he didn't have bars. I mean to say he didn't have no written.
He just had freestyles.
He just had freestyles. But how they're chopping up, him and Immaculate chopping it up, putting it together is unheard of. They're winning because you can't even put your shit together like them. It's impossible. And then he basically has gone to the written era and said, "Oh, that's what you look like? Don't you not even battle no more? He's a gambler. He plays poker."
I think he just battled recently still though.
Yeah, but who did he battle? He battled
Chef Trez.
This is what I'm saying. Do you know how much years Chef Trez had to put work in to get to the level where they could even say, "Raj, you know what we should do? We should give you the Soros."
Facts on GTX as well.
That guy. The Soros has probably made and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars while Chef Trez is getting ready to be in a position to battle the Soros.
100%.
Same thing with Bizzo. Do you know what Bizzo's had to go through to get to the position where you could even put him next to the Soros and we'll accept it? Yeah. You can't put Bizzo Bond on that flyer next to the Soros a couple years ago. Even the Soros will say no.
Yeah, a year ago.
Let's say
a year ago.
Okay, cool. We'll say a year ago. I don't know how long it's been, but I think it was like last year, the Anarchy tournament. There's a new one this year, isn't it?
But even still, I don't think then. I think the thing about Bizzo is since then as well, like just that was incredible. But since then,
still
he went over to America, beat Real Deal in Vegas. Yeah. He had, the potential.
And the Soros was in the building when he battled.
Yeah, exactly. So seen that shit in the flesh. He battled Tony D and had 3 amazing rounds. Like would beat most of the people, that you could put exactly and has like he had, what was it, something like 12 battle run or something, wins, like how many judge wins. He only, he's got I think most people call that Tony D battle for Tony, but I've seen a lot of people give it to Bizzo, call it a debatable whatever, but it's not, still a stock raising battle.
Tony D doesn't kill you,
that's it.
Then what
and
we talking about?
That in itself, Tony had to bring that Tony to, to come against you and challenge you. I think it's fair to call that, Bizzo can claim that as debatable on his resume.
Bizzo picks good subjects as well. I like how his angling, he's a good angler still. He's not cheap. He's like, you're not gonna hear Bizzo. Yeah. Like he's only said 1 or 2 bars where it's like, "Oh, Biz, you didn't need to say that."
Yeah.
But for the most part, he ain't got a lot of wastage. Like he says things that are relevant and that he can use, and they work for him, innit?
Yeah, and it hits. And every challenge that is put in front of him, I say this, I keep saying this, and I'll continue to say it, I hope, because he, every challenge that he hits it out of the park. So salute to him.
He's a champion still, and I feel like I put, not even to go back to my ABK brother, but I put Moke in a similar vein where it's like, these are guys that are willing to work very hard, willing to take any challenge, and willing to be a very professional person as they do it. And so,
great ambassadors for the scene
100%.
For sure. And for all my big talk, I definitely did skip out Bobby Rex and Fate.
Yes.
There you go.
That's another potential, that's got potential for a battle of the year. There's so many on this card.
I love Bobby's focus right now. Forget my battle aside. Outside of that, it's a beautiful thing to talk to Bobby when he's in that focus mind state and head state, because it's like you want to be behind whatever move that he's gonna make and see him flourish in it. Because you want the guy, of course, if you got this attitude, I'm trying to see you win, my guy. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm hoping that he comes and he shows his range, man. Like Joe.
Hey, Joe Downey, actually able to tune into a live.
Salute
for tuning in. And he says,
just about to switch off and you turn up. So we'll carry on for another day.
One for the people who were at the Process 3 event last weekend. Was that last weekend? The answer.
I don't even know if I want to hear the context
for his barebacking UFC scheme.
Oh my days, that was
wait
shocking.
for the YouTube drop. Yeah,
Shocking.
wait for the YouTube drop. CEO, NYHD. Sunday salute to you,
Salute to
Chew.
the
Thanks for
CEO.
tuning in,
We
passing
got
by.
the BD from Chicago, and we got the CEO from NY.
This is it. We're
Come on,
international, baby.
Some fun.
Yeah, like you said, Bobby's focus right now, you
Full
know,
focus.
the kind of form he's in, just hearing him talk about battling, Thesaurus has a dope interview out on the Wiretap with Linda. Really, really interesting interview. Go and check that out if you want to know kind of, you know, what his focus is like right now.
And they went back as well, which they just gave me a good insight on the Saurus still and how he started,
Yeah.
how the game was back in the day, and now it was dope still.
Exactly. So definitely go and check that out. And Bobby talking about his focus is interesting. You guys on Quill and Bagnall's podcast, I said it last week, I think. Say it again, that's such a dope podcast. You know, hearing you guys talk about your battle as well on there, and you know, two warriors after going to war. But hearing, the kind of motive, like hearing Bobby speak about it, you know, he's also got Gemini coming up. That's another potential battle of the year contender, like the return of Gemini. That's Bobby with potentially, what is that, 3? You know, on
Rivers,
paper.
Fate, Gemini.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Yeah, it is
Crazy.
So yeah, it's dope to see. But yes, the final battle is one that was put together because Koj and Real Deal had to be postponed to another date, and Raptor versus Oppa also had to be postponed. Prem being the ingenious or inglorious bastards that they are, or glorious bastards, I should say, decided this is one that we were talking about for next year. Anyway, let's whack it on this card and we get Raptor versus Koj. Again, potential for battle of the year.
I'm not gonna
This
lie.
This one is crazy.
Here.
When this was originally meant to happen, you have to understand the tension. The tension. These man didn't do it because they nearly had a fight on the
Give me some history.
Like, so basically, I don't know.
I think he's on Patreon still. I think the full, because obviously it's not good for branding, so it's on Patreon. Part of it is on YouTube, and the juicy part's on Patreon still.
Okay, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, like they
2-6,
went off.
Yeah. Definitely done.
They went off. You know, I won't say. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just remember Raptor came in and said something, and I said, "Oh, looking forward to this." Then the battle started, and these man, you know, like when it's so real that a man can't even be quiet while it's just shut. Like it was like it was like it looked like I'm gonna smoke you. Shut the fuck up, you can't smoke me. What? Shut the fuck, get out of my face. What, you dumb? Like it was one of those situations where it was going off. I remember being there thinking, raw, like, why did it? Then I was thinking, no, this is Manchester on Manchester still. Like there's something else behind this still. So, and I don't think it's that energy no more, to be honest.
I mean, it
maybe
hasn't
that could
even
be an angle that we can be enlightened with, possibly.
Well, I mean, that's it. It's a storyline, right? It's a storyline.
I'm setting it from now.
You would imagine something like that goes down. Like Bill Collector just battled K-Shine. I didn't realize that there was history. I got filled in on the history between them two.
Yeah.
There was an incident, it became battle rap folklore. And both of them talked about it. It was a Larry incident as well. It got real tense.
Okay.
Same, you know, it wasn't in a battle, but it was at an event. There was a strap and a fake strap involved. There was snitching involved. Like there was a lot in there. And yeah. There was a lot in there. Wait for the battle to come out. It was on was it the Battle Academy Philly card? Okay. Dope one rounder. But it's that same sort of thing. There's a story, you know, there's probably a bit more to it than the public knows about.
Yeah.
And when two guys get to tell it from their own perspective, and everyone, oh shit, that's what happened, you know, who can give their bit better or whatever, you know. So I didn't realize that. And you know, we were just talking about form. We talked about both of them as having potential battle of the year contenders. Raptor last year with Bobby Rex Shufflo versus Scapegoats, or well, Raptor Bobby Rex's Scapegoats versus Shufflo had battle of the year last year. Prem, they won, I think, Prem battle of the year. That was definitely an official title. And Koj, yeah, on the form that he's in right now. Watching him today as well on the timeline, talking about, you know, writing, and there was something that made me think, oh shit, are you actually writing like this far out, you know? So I say this far out, it's not this far out, but it's just been, that's it, it's just been announced, that's why. So
that's a battle I'm very interested in seeing though. Koji versus Raptor.
For sure.
Are
you going to the shop?
Predict it.
Rakeem? Just lost my child.
The government took my baby.
Yeah. Hey, Jester, how you doing? Good day to you too. Briggs, Briggs straight up goes this. As they're about to fight, like every line. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that. Shout out Battle Rap. Shout out to Black T. Hey, my love, how you doing? Cami says, salute Cami. I've been blessed to witness 2 Battle of the Year contenders in 1 month. Salute to y'all. What were they? Was that Koj Visual? I've definitely seen 3. Koj Visual.
He said in 1 month though.
Yeah, Bobby, you and that was the same card. Koj Visual, you and Bobby Rex.
Yeah.
That was the same card, wasn't it?
Yeah, same card. Well, hold on, what other battles was on that day?
I can't think what else was in that same month. I can't think what else was on that same card. I'm sure I was trying to think about that myself as well, actually. Yeah, Benny P was on there against Max Sherry. Yeah. And I can't remember who else. Oh yeah, Ike and Sam Hype.
Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second.
That was a fire back.
We might need to start talking about Ike and Sam Hype.
Yeah, that was a crazy.
It's not out though. That's the thing. So
yeah,
that
it's still yet to come out. Okay, so Tony Bizzo and Raptor McKenzie, yeah, they're definitely in the same month. So I guess a couple. Frankie versus Homeschool, yeah, Chubbs definitely let me know. I left that one off. Definitely in the running there for sure. And like we said, so many coming up that could take that title. Frankie Homeschool is under talked about. Maybe I need to do a watch of that or something. Not that me talking about makes it not under talked about, but definitely I haven't talked about that one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love the situation that we're in, the form that everyone is in right now, the kind of hunger and motivation that everyone is to have great performances. Yes, Scoop, we mentioned Bobby Gemini as a potential. Oh, and I think Scoop and Frankie was also mentioned. Those are another 2 contenders for Battle of the Year. They've got them written all over it for sure. Rivers has another 2 that could be it's looking beautiful over here. Oh, this is it. Like the vid, you freeloaders, and you can still be a freeloader and like the vid. You know what? You can still be a freeloader and even share it if you want. Thank you for the love there, Black Tea. Also, one that could be Battle of the Year, one that's been brewing for a whole year and some change. Tech versus Trouble.
Talk to me.
Oh, Black Tea says he's got one as well. Tell talk to us about that, Black Tea. Can you talk to us about it? But yeah, Chubbs versus Tech. This has
got
been
one word. Sorry, I missed that.
a potential battle of the year contender. Do you think this has got potential? I mean, what do you think?
Oh, me and Tech.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. If I'm being honest, not downplaying anything, but I think that certain battle of the year contender means, as we said, you need to have a certain impact on the scene. It's not just based on the back and forth. And in order for that to happen, both brands have to be at a certain level. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't think myself and Tech have a sort of brand that can create it, that can shift the scene. Do you know what I'm saying?
I disagree in terms of, so when we were talking about some of the best battles from the US, one of the ones you were saying, like, and you kind of excluded it because it was a one rounder, Prep versus Dre Dennis. Now, obviously, both of them established brands, established names. When you talk about, you know, the top tiers over there, the legends over there who are outside on a regular basis, they don't rank up with them. But the battle was such a great back and forth with such great quality that it definitely would push it up there. And I'm not saying to be battle of the year, but in the conversation, you know, you've got to have, you know, there are battles that
I just feel like we need to work harder for it.
Okay.
If that's the case. You know what I'm saying? We need to, if we're going to do that, then to do that without the brand level, etc., we would have to actually work harder. Both of us have to work harder. The energy, and there's a lot to do with what the energy in the room is. What time is our battle? Do you know what I mean? There's so many things that have to align for that to happen. We obviously just going to do our jobs and do what we can, but there's so many factors that come into that. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, man. Especially on a card like that, it's so easy for like plug one. I think Tech Frost was a great battle, was kind of overshadowed a little bit by Tony and Bizzo. It's so easy for our battle to be overshadowed in a card like that. Look at the card.
We were just talking about iKid, Sam Hypes. We were saying what else was on that on that last plug card. What did we miss out? And that's
Benny
another
P,
one.
Mac Sherry,
Crazy back and forth. Crazy back and forth. But
I do think though there is a power in sometimes setting the energy. Sometimes when you get the crowd fresh, man ain't dry, man still standing,
and they're just waiting,
and you get to be the people that open up.
I mean,
and also,
I don't even know if we are opening up, but I don't think I care.
I think you lot will be earlier rather than
100%.
I think obviously it's your debut on Prem, innit?
Another, you know, one rounder, but another crazy back and forth. Well, yeah, literally just back and forth.
Crazy.
King Briggs versus Frost, mate. Yeah, for real. Like, and this kind of just speaks to, you know, Briggsy missed it, but we ran down the Apex 4 card, and it's you know, the amount of potential battle of the year contenders, when you look at them on paper, you look at the form that everybody's in and the hunger that people are fighting for, and the level this year in terms of, you know, these guys who are out here scrapping for battle of the year, scrapping for just bragging rights, scrapping because I'm that motherfucker. Like, when you look at the levels that are being set, like, it's a beautiful thing to see. One of the ways that you can go and see the levels that are being set over at Premier Battles is by checking out their brand new website. So they've redesigned, let me drop that off. Oh, I didn't see that there before. Hide the current comment. Okay, so they've redesigned the website completely. You can go to each event. Shout out Tone. I love seeing that with the LJ jumper. I appreciate him so much for rocking that in his battle, and for Prem using it for promo. You've got all the cards. Look at the quality here, production values. Shout out to bro.
Season 2, man. They have to understand the history, bro. I never just turned up. I've been here.
Original
Been
champ.
here. I was on season 1 as well.
This
Come
is
on,
it.
man.
So was Bowski. Shout out Bowski. You know, Anarchy. Look at this classic battle. The
Ponytail Georgie.
rebuild. This is it. And then, you know, look at, you want to know who's doing what over at Prem. You got the roster. Let's click on T. He's in the chat. You click on T. You want to know what he's doing. You can go look at his playlist on Premier Battles.
Yeah,
I'll go back.
Yeah, I think if you click on the, obviously we can only see the current window that you're sharing, but if you, if you click on T, it goes onto his playlist of battles on YouTube.
Yeah, so easy access to all their Prem battles. You've got their records down below, which I think has been a point of contention for some of the battlers. But yeah, you know, it's basically everyone who's been on Prem and has got at least how many battles? Let me know. Briggsy, but yeah,
I got that Rivers picture because we ain't got this picture online. But look at your boy.
Exclusive. Look at
Come on,
that.
man. Prem merchandise and that. Come on, man.
Looking radiant in that sunshine.
I'm just trying to say that green's doing a lot for me.
This is it. Yeah, no, that olive is your color for sure. Yeah, you've got like your
Someone tell Tech to fix his face, man. What's wrong with you?
Oh shit!
You got the bright chubs there.
Fix his face.
Yeah, for real. Some of these pictures are amazing, and it also, you know, the value of getting them quality headshots. It really makes a difference. It really stands out. But yeah, this is a great resource. What you can also do here is, I can't click on it, but you can pick up your tickets for the upcoming events. I strongly suggest you do that for Apex, and also, you know, go on the Patreon, go and support. There are, I think, 3 different levels of support, and all of them definitely help to, you know, allow Premier Battles to put on dope events month after month. So yeah, go and support over there. Go and check out your battlers. As media, I know when all of your battles are in one place, oh my god, it makes so much stuff so easy. I also know if I need a quick professional looking photo for a thumbnail shot, I know where I'm going. So thanks for that, Prem. But yeah, get your tickets for Apex. Like he says,
I think he's talking about a Messi and Moat.
Okay, I missed this.
I don't think he's Battle of the Year contender again, because of the chokes and stumbles as well. That takes away from.
This was raised. Rivers brought up.
So it was up there till the second round,
and
just like your battle with Messi
and Black T versus Messi. Yeah, I think Messi didn't hold up his end of the bargain in kind of the back and forth. He had some dope shit, but yeah, he fucked it up. He does that a lot. For me, Moke Messi is a gentleman's 30, which I don't know contends for Battle of the Year personally. I feel you still. I think Messi's performance was underrated. Whatever. I feel that sadly it's under. Whatever. All right. Shout out Black T, had an amazing performance, and Moke. That second round from Moke. Go and watch the battle. For real, go and watch the battle. Yeah, Black T's second round, man. Like, he's such a lovely guy, but he eviscerated. Like he showed
that was one of my favorite rounds of this year as well.
This is like he showed how with entertainment value, with personality, with charisma, he attacked an angle that a lot of people would really drag, and he didn't drag it. He put it out there for you to pick up on, for you to feel the impact, and then kind of.
Oh, that was perfect. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I think he done it perfectly. To be fair,
he did it very, very perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, that was part of the inspiration.
Shut up, you colonizer.
That was part of the inspiration for something that I did against Bobby. Still, his timing, for that moment, gave me the thought of, I wonder if I could time it to where.
Yeah, that was some beautiful timing. What he did there, beautiful timing. Yeah. Yeah, salute to Black Tea.
But you
and
know
Mo
what though,
both.
that does bring up a different conversation though.
Mm,
When we talk about rounds of the year, it doesn't
Mm.
matter if the battle went a classic no more.
yeah.
Like, what are
No,
we
it
doing
really
now?
doesn't.
What are some of your? Let me ask you, Jen. I'll give you 3 because I know it's a lot for you to think about. We're running out of time, but give me 3 of your favorite rounds that you've seen this year. And then you talk.
Okay. I don't know. 3. All right. Definitely the Moke and Messy rounds we've just mentioned. The Moke and Black Tea rounds we've just mentioned there are going to be up there, both their seconds. Yeah. Moke also had a great kind of deconstruction in his second on a different angle for Messy. Beautiful. And I would say Tony's
First, second?
No, not his first.
Second,
possibly with the rebuttals, but then also his third with that insane.
The rebuttals was on these. Wasn't the rebuttals on his first?
Oh
Because
shit!
Bizzo went first.
Yeah,
I've got Tony's third on there though. I've got Tony's
yeah, the
third on there.
third with that crazy scheme, and then everything that came after it, kind of. Yeah, that was a crazy round. I'm not sure which of Bizzo's, but I'd have to put one of Bizzo's rounds in there in that battle. Shuffle T second against Georgie, I think, has got a shout.
Georgie's
Rivers your first, I think, against Bobby might be my favorite. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure which is my favorite, but
I didn't think of that one. That one is, it gives you, the range is so much wider. It's hard.
That's a free for all. That one there.
This is it.
That one requires 4.
In fairness, you could throw. Was it Bobby's third round that people was ranting and raving about? Where they were saying, "Yo, like
Bobby's third were crazy still."
Yeah, I think that was my favorite from his. Yeah, he got in them different pockets as well.
100%.
He had the themes in there.
He's theming hard. The river theme.
Yeah, he really worked that Rivers theme. Yeah, I love that round. Koj, I've got to have something from Koj and visual. There's
potential rounds everywhere.
Yeah, there really is, and I'd have to do my proper homework to come up with a solid 3 or 5 because there's so much kind of quality right now in the scene. Yunnan has probably got one in there as well from one of them whispers. Like he's got some contention.
Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I would say this though. We started off the conversation. We was talking about quality battles, very rare. Forget them for a second. Yeah, can we say the quality that we're producing is better than we've ever been producing for a long time? Can we say that?
100%.
Ever been producing for a long time?
So can we say
ever been producing for a long time? But
it's a bit dumb, innit?
But
So can we say that, Chubb, since we've been in the game, have we seen a widespread consistency of high level like we have now?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think this is probably the best that I've seen the whole game at the same time. Like you got to think, like the last performance you saw from Shotty was fire. Last one you saw from Tony was fire. Last you saw from Bizzo was fire. Last you saw from now we're at a time where the standard is set to where it looks weird if you're not doing your best now. There was a time you could come in and coast and rare, like that's fine, but this ain't the time. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to me. So,
100%.
God bless whoever wants to just stand in front of any, like, could you imagine, not even to use visual as an example, but imagine fucking around and stand in front of visual thinking you can coast. It's gonna look horrible for you. He's gonna destroy you, bro.
Yeah,
you're gonna die. Like this is the times we're in. Like it's not the usual.
I think Roots did that. Roots kind of coasted versus
that's where mine went to. That's where mine went.
This is it, bro. You can't even slip.
Yeah.
There's no slipping now.
Yeah, because a man will make you look basic up there.
100%.
A man will make you look basic
100%.
if you're not coming with your full 3.
You'll get crucified.
Quality. Yeah.
Like, now is a time where you've never gone viral before, but the day you take your foot off the pedal will be the day that you go viral for the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Man will immortalize you up there.
Bizzo, Koj, like.
Yeah. You can't take your foot off the gas.
Mm.
The game is run by the hard workers right now.
Mm.
That's who's running it, not the jokers or the
I
clowns.
am a grinder.
The grinders run it right now. I am a grinder award.
I am a grinder.
That has to be one of the shittest intro in battle rap. One of, because that's worse, but that's
Verb knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing with that. I am a grinder. Like
That whole cocaine VZ thing was like the biggest scam I've ever seen. Like, and it was just an obvious scam. It was basically the battle rap equivalent of the 500 to 5,000 scam or the 50 to 500 scam. We're gonna put an extra zero on it. It's gonna be bigger. You're gonna get something more. But it's like it's the same guy. Rapping the same. He's just got glasses on now. Jesus Christ. Man dye a couple dreadlocks and become a whole new identity. It's nuts.
He changed his identity a few times, but
yeah, several. I think that's one of his problems. I talked about this at one point. I think that's an issue he has. He's trying to get back that old feel, that old Verb that everybody fucked with that was killing shit. And
he's gone, baby.
He's gone through a series of iterations trying to do it, and he still can't.
Can't get that.
I mean, he can't. Yeah, can't. In Verb's case, he can't teach an old dog new tricks, and Verb is certainly an old dog. He does have a really good interview, and I rarely say nice things about Verb. He asked me about the state of my cervix, and I thought that was impolite. But he has a very dope interview with Debo out on the 15 Minutes of Fame channel. If you, like me, cannot abide to listen to Verb for more than 2 minutes, you'll be surprised by this. I watched the whole hour and a half or something, and it was a really dope interview talking about his achievements in St. Louis, like, the whole Midwest movement, battling Mook and Lux in like an 8-month period. Being the guy who's had to go from, he's been the most hated. He had to battle outside.
I've heard Verb tell this story a million times.
Yeah. But it was kind of, it wasn't him just saying, I've had to get it out of the mud. Like it was a genuinely dope conversation. It wasn't him just kind of
because usually you see him on the lives and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what it's like.
I can't watch his lives.
You get bored in his lives. That's alright. It's nothing. It's nothing to me."
Yeah, no, it wasn't too boastful. It was a dope interview. He's booked and busy apparently for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So expect him on some cards near you. Also called out Shotgun Shug. Check out the uploads on the channel. I talked about it earlier on.
I heard Shotgun Shug's back.
Listen, yeah.
Beat the shit out of drugs, isn't it?
Yeah, they're saying, but not only that, 6 days later, they're saying he 30 stumbles as well. This is what they're saying. I'm not sure how accurate that is. But these are the reports. Like, yeah.
This is what the streets are saying, man.
I like when Shug does well, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Shug was one of my favorites back in the day because it was like you ain't meant to be doing well here, but you can because of how you are, innit?
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget when he battled Tay-Rock. That was one of the moments where it's like, wow, two of my guys battling against each other. Man said, what did he say to him again?
He said a lot of stuff. That was like 9 minutes of material.
No. He said something like, oh, something that you fucking said. I wish I could pick the world up and drop it on your fucking head. That was Lil Wayne's tune at the time, but man just said, fuck it, I'm gonna use that. And Tay-Rock said to him, I set fire to your top like the Olympic torch.
Yeah, I remember.
Walk in your funeral and smack the makeup off a nigga corpse. I said, that is rude. Okay, I want to do this battle rap thing still. I never heard anyone say anything as graphically rude as that. Like, I actually saw it. Like, a nigga's in his coffin. I'm already dead, bro. You've walked into my funeral and smacked the makeup off of my corpse. Rude.
Very.
Salute to Dayrock, man.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show after Summer Madness. Summer Madness coming, so we'll have to do a devoted show for that. That sounds like we're religious about it, but yeah, it gets like that around here, I guess. But yeah, I think we've talked that topic to death. The battle of the year
left.
topic. We've talked about Apex and the new announcements and the new battle. What else is there anything else going on that we haven't talked about? Definitely go and check out Shuffle T versus Georgie Roots on the No Lose Chat YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed over there as well. And if you're here watching and you haven't hit the like, that's a bit unpolite unless you hate watching, in which case I feel sorry for you. That's unfortunate. But we appreciate the view anyway.
We do.
But yeah, plug also coming up, plug 2 in November. We talked about the return of Gemini coming back against Bobby Rex.
I hate that guy, bro. I swear down. I just don't even like him. Like, I'm hoping that he loses to Bobby Rex. I'll be real with you. Like, there's a way that he can just lose to Bobby Rex. I'll still battle him. I'll still give him a shot, but I just hope that he gets destroyed.
You hate Gemini?
Yeah, fuck Gemini, bro. I can't stand him, bro. And anyone else that comes from West, apart from Chubbs. Chubbs is the only person I love from West London. Everyone else.
Is this sarcasm? Of
course it's sarcasm.
A lot of people can't.
Come on, man. I love Gem.
Sarcasm.
I love Gemini. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Don't clip this and take it out of context.
No, you can. If it gives me views, it makes me go viral. Let's do it. Running out of time.
That was kind of.
I got a year left here, so get me up there. In terms of views.
Hold on. What did you just say?
I said I've got a year left.
Where?
Until my 10-year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You're trying to do it up before the 10-year anniversary.
Okay. I was like, what? To left to what? Hold on. Let me just end the show and let's have a conversation. We need to talk. What's going on?
Man was announcing retirements and shit.
Yeah, right. Hold on. No, we're not doing that.
No, we ain't doing that.
Too much to do. Right.
But on a different note, quickly before we go, if you want to donate to this new old battle rapper charity that I'm opening up, I'm gonna put the link in the comments. Battle rap retirement home, man.
All dogs go to battle rap heaven.
That's right, man.
But yeah, what else is there to say? I think we've done it. Chubbs, do you want to sign us out? Anything you want to leave us with?
Boy, Apex is in 2 weeks. Pull up to that. I think that card is looking crazy. Obviously, I'm battled in a minute, so I'm looking forward to it. I just deeped it the other day. I'm on a card with the Saurus. That's mad still.
Mad
up. Super dope. Yeah.
I don't know how Trouble did it, but it's the plug in it. So certain man get to make their debut on Apex. Certain man, the rest of you bums, the rest of you bums, you do your tryouts and all these other things.
Your premier battles.
You want to get on premier battles.
Reverse is doing his debut on Apex.
Yeah. Who?
Reverse
Who's Reverse?
He battled on Don't Flop before. He's cold. He's cold. He's battling on the Friday.
I don't like the way he sounds like a Mexican version of me. So we're not going to talk about him.
Reverse.
He's cold. He's cold still.
Yeah.
Nah, salute to Reverse, man.
But yeah, you're battling on your debut on Apex. Yes, Saturday card with Thesaurus. Yeah, that's dope.
Man. PremierBattles.club for tickets. Obviously, then after that, November 5th, plug 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of things happening, man. A lot of things happening.
Building and it's top quality things as well. We're not talking about no joke thing from back in the day. People,
we didn't even talk about this.
That's another
We
one
didn't
as
even
well.
talk about this.
you know, you see the one right at the front. If you can click on it,
Glory.
I've got stories about Glory, and you see the one
You got
third
Glory
from the end.
stories.
I got Glory stories.
And you got some shark tales.
I got some shark tales.
Glory
I mean, was
stories
the
and
teams,
shark tales.
the teams thing's gonna, I think, is gonna bring a lot of excitement to the scene again. Still, I can't even lie, man. I think if people remember, like Rivers, you remember how it was when it first started season 1. Like there's chanting, like we're looking at, a lot of people picking their teams. There's merch, everyone with one team, the other one with another team. Yeah, it was really intense still. Really intense.
Well, yeah, we haven't got enough time to, I think, get into that fully, and very few details known.
There'll be
yet.
more developments, I'm
So,
sure,
yeah.
by the next Sunday.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
We'll talk about that then. But yeah, for now, yes, Prem Island acquisition. We mentioned that with Death the Kid versus Visual. And we'll definitely talk about that going down in October. So yeah, we'll be doing some promo for that as well. But yeah, this has been Sunday Roast. Thank you everyone for pulling up, commenting, tuning in, hitting the like, subscribing if you're not already. Thank you to Trubs for pulling up and chopping up the Battle of the Year conversation with us.
Thank you for having me.
Been a pleasure. But
keep working, bro. I know you got Apex coming up, so you know, I know you're hard at work over here. We appreciate you being able to come over. You know how far you take this thing.
Yeah, and clearly on daddy duties as well. You know, put the kids first. We appreciate you.
Troubleshooting and that. You get me? Troubleshooting and that.
Yeah,
man. Working, but we're here, man. We're here.
Yeah. But make sure you tune in next Sunday for another episode of Sunday Roast. We'll be back with all the gang, everything you need to know about what's going on over here and anywhere else.
Salute.